So you cannot separate yourself from us, but you can introduce enough resistance between that which is you and that which is us that you can make yourself feel bad. And then you blame it on everything else. You blame it on that guy. You blame it on that other thing that happened. You blame it on some circumstance or some event. And we want you instead to take credit for every emotion that you feel, because every emotion that you feel is the simple byproduct or indicator of your frequency as it relates to the total frequency of who you are. So you were source energy before you came into this physical body. Many of you are coming to understand that. But what most people still do not understand is that even though you were source energy before you came into this body, that only part of that source energy that you were before you came into this body came into this body. That a larger part of that source energy that existed before you came into this body didn't come into this body, but remains non-physically focused. So there is you that is non-physical, and there's you that is physical, and there is a vibrational relationship between the two. So here you are in your leading edge physical experience, exploring the variety, knowing what you don't want, and therefore knowing what you do want. And every time you have any kind of an experience that causes you to have any kind of an opinion, which is happening at all levels of your being, even cellular level, you are launching rockets of desire, even at a cellular level. And those rockets of desire, they are precursors, they are vibrational rockets, they are vibrational projections of thought, they are vibrational rockets that are actually vibrating, that have a strong point of attraction. And when you launch one of those, we ride it, we become it, we understand it, we blend it with everything else that you have become. So when we are talking about that relationship between you and you, we're talking about the vibrational relationship between you as you stand right now, given the opinion that you hold, and you that has become the vibrational equivalent of that which is us. You that is already living the dreams that you've dreamed. You that is already spending the money that you've gathered. You that is already knowing the things that you want to know. Because you can't ask a question about something that you want to know without sending out the rocket of the knowledge of it. In the moment you ask the question, we know the answer. That's how this powerful law of attraction universe works. And do you know why? In the moment that you pose the question, or live in the problem, that we know the answer or the solution. Do you understand why the solution is instantaneous for us? Because when that rocket goes off and there is no resistance, the solution must be instantaneous. You could do that too if you weren't so hung up on explaining the problem. You get so invested in your problems because most of you view the world in an action-oriented way. And you think that there is someone, it was like your mother and father at first, someone who holds the answers, but you have to get in line. In other words, it's like Congress. There are a whole lot of other problems that we've got to think about before we think about yours. Yours isn't even on the docket this year, Congress tells you. Or your mother says to you, do you think you are the center of the universe? I have more important things to think about today than that. But the universe never says that to you. The universe says, when you ask, it is given. And the only question that we want to ask you is, where are you in relationship to the answer that has been given? And that's really what this gathering is all about, as far as we are concerned. We call it the art of allowing. And it's really you figuring out how to allow yourself to be at the vibrational frequency in order to realize the answers to the questions and the solutions to the problems and the dreams that you've been dreaming. You should be realizing them, you see. You went to the trouble of sifting through the contrast in order to focus them into being. Now let go of the trouble that helped you focus them into being and begin focusing in the direction of, wouldn't it be nice if? And how good will that feel when? And aren't I just going to love it as that occurs? And isn't this the most wonderful thing that is going on today? As you begin focusing yourself deliberately in the direction of things that feel better to you, you're going to discover an avalanche of realizations. And the reason that we are really emphasizing the word realization, we want it to stick in your brain a little bit, is because there is a vibrational reality that we are already realizing on your behalf. But in order for it to flow into your experience, in a way that you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it and realize it. In order for that to happen, you've got to be on the vibrational wavelength of the solution or of the request, not on the absence of it. And that's a little tricky for most humans, because you think when you're talking about money that you're talking about money, but usually you're not talking about money, you're talking about not having enough money. Or when you talk about a lover, often you're not talking about a lover, you're talking about where's the lover, where is the lover, where is the lover? Where's my lover? I see you have a lover, and you have a lover, and you have a lover, and you have a lover. Where's my lover? Where's my lover? Where's mine? Where's my money? When does my ship come in? When do I get mine? And we say, as soon as you stop acting like that. As soon as you stop the pity party. As soon as you stop arguing for your limitations. As soon as you no longer offer the vibration of the absence of it. And how do you know whether you are offering the vibration of the absence of your desire or the presence of your desire? Well, there's two ways. How you feel and whether you've got it or not. Because if you don't got, Esther loves hearing that when she edits back afterward. Abraham, I know good English. Why don't we speak it? For effect. I'd like to get your attention. We want you to be the receivers of all that you're asking for, and not necessarily the immediate receivers, because if you were the immediate receivers of everything that you're asking for, this seminar would be about demanifestation. I've got too much. Too many people, too many lovers, too much stuff, way too much money. I need to tailor it down to something more manageable. So we are not eager to get you in this pattern of instant manifestation, but we are wanting you to relax and allow more of those things that have been swirling in your vortex. This vortex, which is the vibrational version of everything that you're asking for, where all cooperative components have been assembled, just waiting for you to become one of those cooperative components. And in the moment you stop doing that thing you're doing that's keeping you from being a cooperative component, you will move swiftly into the vibrational equivalency of all that you have become. And when that happens, you will have an instantaneous realization. See it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, of what you are asking for.